Tonight at 8:35, Julia Mackenzie heads an all-star cast in Absent Friends, a satirical comedy by Alan Ayckbourn.
Colin's job moved him away. He used to write occasionally, and then he wrote and said he met this Carol girl and that they were going to get married, which was a great surprise to us because we said he'd never let anything get that far.
Oh, yeah.
And the next thing we heard, she drowned. So I said to Paul, well, we better invite him over. I mean, we're still his friends.
But Diana's tea party for Colin produces an unexpected reaction from her guests.
I don't know why you came.
Well, like Di says, it's friendly.
You don't like him.
Colin, didn't mind him.
You said you didn't like him.
I didn't mind him.
I didn't like him.
You went round with him enough.
I did not.
You used to come round our house every Friday and Saturday, you and him. We used to call you the flower pot men.
That's Theatre Night, Absent Friends, tonight at 8:35 here on BBC2. Well, now on to Jan Leeming looks back over events of the past week with our news review.
There was rioting in Brixton after a policeman shot and seriously injured a black woman. Police said Mrs. Cherry Gross was wounded in a tragic accident during a search of her house. They were looking for her son in connection with a shooting incident 2 days earlier. Armed officers entered the council house in an early morning raid. Mrs. Gross was shot in the bedroom in front of her 3 youngest children. She's now in hospital with serious injuries. As news of the shooting spread, crowds of youths, mainly black, gathered outside Brixton Police Station, and the trouble quickly reached nearby streets. After 3 hours of rioting, police managed to restore order. They made about 50 arrests. The full scale of the earthquake in Mexico City became much more clear. At least 6,000 people are feared to have died and thousands more are homeless. Much attention has been focused on the survivors, many of them babies dug out from the debris. They lived for up to 6 days without food or water, buried under a mountain of concrete. Now the Mexican government has drawn much criticism for scaling down the rescue operation. Emergency aid was pouring into Mexico, donated by governments and charities. Special tools and cutting equipment were used to search through the wreckage of collapsed buildings, and the rescuers' efforts were soon rewarded. Rescuers knew this person was alive when the camera showed an eye blink. Whenever someone was brought out alive, the exhausted rescuers seemed to redouble their efforts to find more survivors.
And until that moment, I heard the voice for the first time, the voice of my oldest brother.